Hey there. Get your fingers off the film.
Ketchup!
Ketchup? Ketchup.
And?
Rewind.
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 Rewind it. Rewind.
Chesney got the best mom joke of the whole week in the group chat. He was like,
Yeah, thanks.
So MVP goes to you. So, because
Thank you.
let's see, I want to read it out
Please
verbatim
do.
for the podcast. So I said Spider-Man is gonna have the biggest opening of all time today. And Chesney said, "Oh shit, I had to look it up just to verify. Looks like they're gonna take it over from the top spot from Chris's mom."
I don't know if you guys see this. Look at the gap that he left. That's it.
So I had a fun couple of days in Texas this last week, and I spent one of those days going to see Chris Jenkins and his cute family. And tell you what, Chris has this 27-year-old cat named Jones, and she's so old she can't meow anymore, but she still tries. Yeah,
A silent scream.
Poor baby.
It took me a couple times to realize what was happening. I thought she was choking on something.
She likes you.
She does.
She
She does.
She's going, "Help me."
Help me.
She loves you.
But hey, boys, tell you what, Chris has got just the raddest wife and the coolest, cutest little kids.
Aw.
Went to his TV studio where he works and showed me around,
Hey,
introduced me
bring a friend to
everybody.
work day?
He was bringing a friend to work day.
Dude, sick.
That was cool.
Yeah. They have like 2 sweet studios for shooting their TV shows. There were like 60 people working there. It was like a lot of energy, people making content and making TV.
Do you have
Went to-
dedicated podcast studios in there?
and went and got the biggest hamburger I've ever seen, and then went and watched this Spider-Man movie together with him and his wife and his little girl Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah. It was awesome. It was so amazing. Getting to see him was so great. I want to see all you guys. I'm checking all y'all off one by one.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like a hit
Little
list.
hit list.
Hit
Hey,
list.
Jinx. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Catch Up and Rewind, where old friends get together to catch up and chat about movies and TV shows and life. Because no one can do it alone. If this is your first time watching, there will be spoilers, so I think the best way to enjoy this content is to watch the movie, come back, or in Chesney's, get out of here.
Get out
come
of
back
here.
later.
Watch the movie, come back.
I'm Rob, and we're joined today with Crichton, Chesney, and Chris. So good to see you all. To start out, we're going to try something new. We're going to just give a rating out of 5 stars. We're going to leave it at that, and then we're going to talk. So, does anyone want to go first? Who wants to stake their claim?
3 stars. 3 stars.
3 stars, Credo. Chesney,
I give it 4.5 squirts.
4.5 squirts. Chris,
Wow. Yeah. I saw it twice. So the first time I saw it, I gave it 2.5 stars, and the second time I gave it 3. So.
okay. I'm at a 3.14 something.
Ooh.
Chesney, do you
Okay.
know pi?
Yeah, 3.14159
How did I know that? How did I know that? How did I know that? Anyways, we got 3 of the same actors from the movie we just reviewed. Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Shane. I don't know.
John
The Walking
Barris-
Shit from The Walking Dead.
Shane for the Walking Dead.
How about John Bernthal?
Do you think your rating would be better if we hadn't just seen The Odyssey?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seen another Marvel movie in a while. I think it's been probably over a year since I've seen an actual, like, one of these Marvel movies. Watching all this Christopher Nolan stuff, doing a lot of research on Batman and Batman Begins and The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, and then like going back and kind of thinking about where we're at in this like 32 series Marvel thing. It felt like it didn't land like it should have been. It needs to stand on its own.
Also, this is important. Chesney, how many Marvel movies have you seen?
1.
Before this one, how many have you seen?
0.
0.
No Thor, no Iron Man, no Captain America, Avengers,
Nope.
Black Widow.
So I want to
None of it.
highlight this because something you just said, Chris, is like this needs to stand on its own.
Yeah.
Chesley's never seen any of them. This is the only one he said, and he gave it a 4.5. I think is what you
Yeah,
said.
hold on. Wait. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy once on a plane.
that's one.
Is that
Oh,
is that a
okay, yeah.
Marvel
can-
movie? Yeah,
Yeah, it
two.
is.
All right, sick.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Why did you like it so much? Like, why? Tell me about why your rating is so high.
You said 3.5 squirts.
I said four and a half. Four
Four
and a half
and a half.
squirts.
4.5
It's
squirts.
way better than I would have thought. Like, yeah.
So even me with not zero, clearly, but very limited pop culture background to reference, I thought they did a really good job of explaining where we're at in the story. They did a shitload of flashbacks, right? That were the breadcrumbs or the clues that we needed to like get to where we are modern day. So I don't think we needed background on this. Is what number Spider-Man is this?
Oh,
Oh,
I
there's
think
this
a
this
is
is
bunch,
the
right?
third one
Yeah.
in the
This
Marvel
is-
universe.
This is the fourth Spider-Man movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's in Endgame, he's in Infinity War, and he's in Civil War. So 8, maybe? 8 total, 8 or 9, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so it carries a lot of. I mean, there's so much that has
So-
happened. You know,
Yeah, obviously I'm missing a bunch of background, but whatever. Didn't really matter for me. There were a number of times where I was literally on the edge of my seat in the theater. Not even figuratively. I'm sitting there doing this number, right? And the way that I don't know who does this, the director or the fucking script writers or whatever, they did a fantastic job of like building tension and releasing and building tension and releasing. It really kept me engaged through, what was the runtime? 2.5 hours? Something like that? Yeah,
Sounds
dude,
right.
I was engaged the entire time. I didn't even eat a quarter of my popcorn, brother. Nor did I spill it on the row in front of me like in the Odyssey. But also, no, I'm not a cinephile. I have not seen hardly any movies, dude. The graphics and the just the movie making itself, the picture that was on the screen was so cool. Honestly, this was not a story. This was not a story or a movie about superheroes. This was a movie about a man coming to terms with having been dealt a really poor hand in life that he is saddled with, right? He's saddled with all this power and the responsibility and everything that comes with it. They did a good job with the love interest story. Yeah, dude, I thought it was really, really fantastic.
cool, man.
That's so awesome.
That's good to hear.
You might be like you might be the unicorn of the universe because I don't know anyone that's only seen the Guardians of the Galaxy and then this movie. And I think you bring up a lot of good points, man. Like we're so desensitized having seen 30 something movies of Marvel. Like it was cool to see Spider-Man like 10 years ago doing all these flips and stuff in New York City with his spider webs and stuff like that. But if this is your first time seeing it, it was so fun and enjoyable until Endgame. And then I felt like Marvel realized they had this cash cow and they just spit out crap for the last 10 years. I don't know when Endgame was, but like
I totally agree.
I've not been happy at all with anything. The TV shows, the movies, everything has been just such a disappointment. So I will say that even though this is like a 3.14 rating, I do felt like this was at the same level as pre-Endgame Marvel.
I think you're right. Like, and I think that actually is an amazing point, dude. Because like that, so Chesney, like after Endgame, like was the big team up movie where it's like it had been building for I don't know how many movies it was at that point, but it was like a bunch of theatrical movies, and it was the first time kind of in history that had ever been done. That they had made all these independent kind of movies, and at the end they all get to do this big like beat the big bad guy, and it was really cool to see. Like it was great. But then right after that happened, like the quality of you could tell that they weren't putting the effort in like they were before. It was like they were at the top, and then they were like, okay, well, let's start releasing something. And it was like they started cranking out TV shows on Disney Plus that were not good. And Quantumania, for what it's worth, that movie Ant-Man Quantumania is one of the worst in all of these Marvel movies. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, I saw
What-
it, but I don't remember.
What
any.
universe is Ghost Rider in?
This one?
Hell yeah. Is
Wait,
it better?
dude, like Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
This week they announced who it's going to be in the new one.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know there's a new one.
Who's it gonna be?
It's going to be Ryan Gosling.
Of course
Oh.
it is.
Okay. Well,
It's going to be directed by Sean Levy. He's doing 2 movies with this guy back to back. Ryan Gosling is doing 2. He's doing this Star Wars Starfighter. It's the next Star Wars movie to come out.
did they do the same shit with Star Wars as they're doing with Marvel?
Yeah, kind of.
Get bought out and just crank out the
Yes.
content with their cash cow?
Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. So
bummer.
I don't know.
Do you remember what George Lucas sold it for? Like how much money he sold Lucasfilms for to Disney?
I can't remember how much was it.
For
Um,
4.05 billion.
Yeah, and they
October
didn't plan
2012.
anything with it. They planned nothing. It's like they churned out stuff because that last Star Wars movie that came out, not for what it's worth, is so bad that nobody
The
likes to
Grogu
even.
one?
Well, no. I was talking about Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I think is what it's
Oh,
called.
yeah. Like
But that-
episode
Yeah,
9.
9. Yeah, it's so bad that people just like to pretend like it didn't happen.
Oof.
I liked it. I like that one.
You like that one? Okay, I'm sorry.
I like
Rob.
that one, yeah.
Also, I think it's important to say it's okay to like a movie. Always.
Yeah.
So even if I say I don't like something, if you say it's always okay to like a movie.
Absolutely. But I will agree, like it shows that there is a lack of planning. And that's like the sad thing. It's like, man, I will always come back to Breaking Bad because I feel like that show was written to end. And it's so good because of that. Also, speaking of Breaking Bad, the Scorpion dude, what's his name in Breaking Bad?
Nacho.
I don't remember.
Not yet.
That's right.
Did
I
y'all
was
watch Better
shocked.
Call Saul?
Yeah.
I did.
Wait. So Scorpion, the bad guy in this movie, or one of the bad guys, he was in Breaking Bad.
He was in Better Call Saul.
What didn't you like about it, Rob?
Good question. So I feel like there was decent continuity. So we actually watched the one from 5 years ago. And so I
Okay.
think the continuity is pretty decent. I'd be really interested to hear what someone else has to say if they.
Was that No Way Home?
That was a great movie, actually. And that actually, yeah. So I stand corrected because that was after Endgame,
Yeah, it was. I think.
2021. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
after Endgame.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
great, but I think it was great for sentimental reasons because they brought back. Oh man, Chesney, there's so much, but they do a multiverse. They combined these old Spider-Man versions through a multiverse, and that was fun because one of the first like superhero movies I remember is old Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I remember seeing that when I got home from my mission, like 20 plus years ago. And it's that memorable for me because I don't know that there was another one before that that was like a decent comic action.
Wasn't Ghost Rider before then?
Ghost- Have you seen Ghost Rider?
Nah, dude. I love Nicolas Cage.
He's fun to
I
watch
just-
in it.
I just assumed that it's like the best superhero movie of all time.
Yeah, if you like if you like Mega Piranha or
So-
what I didn't like about it, there's inconsistencies in how someone would act in a certain situation. Okay, well, how about this one? So Jean Grey realizes that Spider-Man's actually a good guy, and he's in a closed room with a bunch of ninjas, and she still like has the ninjas like fight him. Like, come on, Jean Grey, like give Spider-Man a break. Like he gave his like, hey, look, I'm on your side. I realize like you're chasing your sister. You're good. We can't do it alone. Yeah, it's too bad. Like, have fun fighting these ninjas.
I'm gonna beat you to
That was
death.
messed up.
Dude, Rob, I totally agree with you, man. That was like one of my biggest qualms in the movie was Jean Grey, and she was a bad guy.
Yeah.
And like at the very end, then Spider-Man like decides, she's like, no, you're not a killer. Like you can be a good person or whatever. But she had already killed everybody. She like jumped into that dude and then had him throw himself into traffic. Like she's killing people.
so gnarly.
I forget whether she killed she like killed another person or two. I forget who or what, but she's like objectively a bad person that needs to be stopped, and Peter Parker is just like, oh no, you're okay, you're still good and savable and not a murderer, and it's like, I don't know, man, he should know better.
I like Tom Holland, but if everyone forgot who I was, right, and like I made this promise on a on a piece of paper that I've been holding in this coffee cup for like a year, and the love of my life is right there. I'm at her party bringing flowers. Wouldn't you say something?
I don't know that I would, man. I don't know that
Ah,
I don't know that I
yeah.
would. Especially when you see her like off kissing homeboy in the corner.
Well, that's
Like,
different. Yeah.
she's like she's living her own life now, man. This is
And talking
feel
this
like-
is that is the burden. That is the burden that he was born to carry.
Back in the Tobey Maguire days, one of the standout lines was, "With great power comes great responsibility." Spider-Man is the sacrificial lamb almost all the time. He's like the Jesus character, so he's always saving people at the expense of himself. He's working with the police chief and stuff like that. But in the last movie that you didn't see, Chesney, he's kind of he's framed as like a bad guy because he's responsible for killing all these other people.
That's why everyone has to forget him. Is because
Yeah.
because everybody thinks he's a murderer, and there's no way to put the genie back in the bottle. So he had to make everybody forget.
He's willing to bear that burden. But I also feel like if that's the love of your life and you like those strong feelings are like there, when she at least surely when she's in Punisher's like den, you would say something.
Punisher's Den was that
Punisher is
when-
Frank, the guy with
yeah,
the
sorry.
bone
Oh,
skull on
okay.
his chest.
Yeah, I think that for someone that like because they play that up. They have to play up that love interest. Like they're in real life lovers.
Hold on. MJ and Spidey are lovers in real life?
They're married in
See-
real life.
Oh, hell yeah.
They have real
That's what I-
chemistry.
Nice.
I know. I mean, I know this is like there's film in real life, but like that's something that should have shined through a little more. I think they could have played a little more on that dynamic, and maybe it's harder for me because it also. I mean, I don't get into pop culture a ton, but they were ones that shined as like you saw their courtship in real time. There'd be all these like funny memes of like Tom Holland like putting his arm around Zendaya and like stuff like that. And it's like they're a really cute couple. Your high school girlfriend is like hosting a party. She's forgotten about you, but you have this promise. You made this promise to her in another lifetime that you were gonna find her and let her know and at least give that a shot. He failed. And that just eats at me. That's what makes me angry.
Man, that him failing to do that allowed for the moment when MJ was like, wait, you were there in the coffee shop and you were there at the party. And that was a fantastic moment in the film that we could not have had if he would have said something.
She's a great actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not, and it's also like unfair because had they gotten together at the end of the movie, I probably wouldn't be as bitter, right? Like it's like yeah, I'm judging things based on what I wanted the plot to happen versus like how it was written.
But man, that tension that they built through the movie was so acute. I thought it was really, really well written. The scene where he comes back from I don't know what he was doing, kicking ass somewhere, and she has found his letter. That was so poignant, man. I thought that was really, really well done. Like it humanized both of them really well.
I actually have zero issues with that scene at all, and that like how it was I loved that scene.
I think I deserve to talk to Peter Parker. Man, that was
Peter Parker.
yeah,
It's great.
Yeah.
that was really, really good.
I have in my notes just written a couple of times throughout this film is like, damn, she's good. I had Zendaya fatigue coming into this movie. I feel like her and Tom Holland are in everything, and I'm just tired. And Timothy Chalamet, I'm just tired of seeing the same like 8 faces in everything. So I kind of just like roll my eyes.
Hey, at least they didn't cast Emma Stone as Jean Grey. They just cast her look, just her lookalike.
Yeah. But man, dude, she was like an emotional powerhouse in this. Like Zendaya had so many good moments to shine. And there were just multiple times I thought like, damn, that's good acting.
The scene is like the scene with the two of them. Also, another weird scene where, like the Odyssey, where they're behind a sheet curtain and he's talking to her and doesn't have his mask on and she's in the bunk and she's in like whatever, and they're kind of like they're finally starting to open up with each other. I read that scene, it didn't work initially when they had to shoot it. Like they all kind of like the two of them went to the director and they were like, hey, this isn't working, because obviously they have real chemistry, they're married, so they were like, hey, this isn't working, and they completely reworked that whole scene. And that was one of my favorite parts of the movie, was because like they're actually getting to connect without any other characters getting in the way, which is one of my main drags.
Fucking Ned is in the way the whole time.
He remembered the handshake.
Yeah, dude, that was so good. It's in there somewhere. Somewhere. Oh man, dude, that was because the implication then, right, is that the love that he has for MJ is reciprocated somewhere in there also.
Or that Peter Parker and Ned are just better homies.
Boys.
Yeah, or just bros before hoes. I get it. Yeah.
I love Ned. I
do too.
He's so good.
Yeah, everyone on the internet calls him the CEO of sex. It's so funny. there's a huge meme. It's been going on for years, and he just like he just accepts it. Like,
hell yeah.
I wish, and I actually had a friend bring this up to me too. Like my issue with Ned is, in the last one, he had Doctor Strange powers, which, Chesney, this means nothing to you, but there's this character named Doctor Strange that can like make portals. He can like wave his hand and do these like crazy things, and Ned kind of picks up that torch for a little bit in the last movie. And so it's tough. That was another like inconsistency where like this dude, because they only forget Spider-Man. They don't, all these other events still happen. Ned should have known that he like made these portals, and like for someone that had that level of intimacy with like superpowers, I feel like he was a little off in this one.
Yeah. And that character in the comic books has always been the guy in the chair role, where it's like the guy that he would have been awesome if he pulled that ring out of a drawer in this one and he just like did something. How cool would that have been?
That'd be so rad, right? So Ned's actually Ned's Filipino, and there's a lot of Filipino isms when they show Ned's house in the last one. Reminds me of that culture so much. There's some stereotypes that don't come out of thin air, and one of them is like Filipinos are like, there's a lot of nurses. I hope I don't get canceled. I'm half Filipino, by the way. If anyone if this ever comes back to bite me, but they're nurses, happy. They love to sing karaoke. Like they love to eat good food. And Ned like kind of embodies all of those for me.
He's just fun to be around, and that's like crucial for this movie.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, he's lovable.
We were talking about MJ though. I want because you brought up the scene at the end that was so good. How did we all feel about the scene where MJ was actually Jean Grey on the rooftop?
Oh, dude, breaks
It's
your
good.
heart, man. It's so good. It's so powerful. It's so like devastating for Tom Holland.
Yeah. And dude, that was Zendaya's performance in that scene was amazing. All of a sudden being herself and then being like, I for the second time, I tried to pay attention to when she stops being her and starts being Jean Grey. And I literally couldn't tell until the moment she's hugging and she says, hold her. Yeah. And then her backing up and yeah, she's menacing.
Jean Grey tries to kill MJ, right? Literally, like throws her body off the cliff, just like hoping Spider-Man can save her. She's a murderer.
I also like. I think Tom Holland's performance was so good because he had to.
He was
portray.
so believable.
So believable. Like I could feel for him.
Yeah. Also, my boy's been in the gym. He looks great.
Yeah, dude. When he just had the mask on and he's in the bathhouse or whatever, it's just, and the towel, it's like, dude, shredded.
Do you think that's him? Because we don't see his face. He's wearing a mask.
I bet it's him. Kratos taking a lot of notes during that bathhouse scene.
Gotta record this for my own research. 20% of this movie, Tom Holland, like he's wearing a mask. It could be anybody. It could be like any one of his stunt doubles, just film scene for him.
If Telemachus was that jacked in Odyssey, there's no suitors hanging out in the courtroom.
Yeah.
It was like, I feel like Tom Holland nailed it. Man, unless Jean Grey is like a psychopath, or like maybe she's like a teenager, so maybe they're trying to portray her as like an unstable, like depraved of life, like the
Mhm.
value of life. Maybe if that's who her character is, then fine. But like, I feel like like the flashbacks with her sister, where she's like, all lovey-dovey, like I love my sister. Look at these powers that we have. Mom sucked. She's like it was like a heartwarming scene to go from that Jean Grey to like, hey, I'm gonna F with this guy in this love relationship, and even though I know that he is battling these demons and like isolated, I'm gonna throw his like love interest off of a building after messing with him and thinking that he's making out with his, because that's what
Pretty
we all
intense.
wanted, right?
It's very
Like we
intense.
all want them to get back together, or like to
Yeah.
have that recollection. But the whole, like you pointed out, Chesney, like that whole tension. Oh, like you want it to resolve.
To be
you
released.
think-
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, had they she had not found the letter yet, right?
No,
That was
she hadn't
before
found
that?
the letter yet.
Yeah, man,
no.
it was good. Okay.
Small but awesome thing too is when after she kissed him on the roof, there's a scene later where he was like, "Hey, like you were yourself and you kissed me on the roof and I kissed you back. I'm sorry about that." Like that was he's still a good person.
Any of you guys watch Severance? Did you see Milchek?
Milchek is a main character from Severance. Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy who runs damage control, the bad guy, the actual bad guy of the movie.
What's the damage control guy? What's his name?
Milchek or
Milchek.
in our
Milchek
show.
is Severance. I don't know. Let's call him Milchek.
Okay.
Okay. So Milchek, his performance was the least believable, and I thought the most like, I don't know, it was a thing that made the movie, that downgraded the movie a little bit for me. It was so robotic, right? It's like the strong guy, bad guy that you are used to, that's conniving and whatever, right? But
Bad
it was
government guy.
Yeah, dude, it was so. I was not super impressed with that part. It was, and seeing that he was the bad guy was so easy to see from a mile away, right?
Yeah.
That's the one. That's my biggest qualm with this movie.
He kind of. You ever hear of Professor X?
I've heard the
So
words.
he's like the head honcho for the X-Men.
Okay.
He like forms a school for mutants in this universe.
Okay.
I have been
Okay.
sitting here waiting for you to say something about this because this is a big deal, right? Like
Yeah.
I remember. Tell me if I'm misremembering this entirely, but when we lived together, did you watch every episode of that animated X-Men back to back?
Bro, every episode. That
Yeah.
was my filler episode. It was on Netflix for a period of time. And we're talking the cartoon from like, I don't know, the 90s.
The 90s, yeah.
Yeah. Not the remake, but like the old school cartoon. It was on Friday nights at like 4 o'clock, or Friday afternoons at 4 o'clock. And I would watch it as a kid growing up. And then when it came to Netflix, I binged the crap out of that. And yeah, freaking, I don't know, 25-year-old watching a cartoon, but whatever.
You
And,
gotta watch X-Men 97 now, dude.
I know you told me about that.
It's
I need
so good, dude. It's
Yeah.
so good. Yeah.
to. I need to.
But yeah, Chesney Jean
Anyways.
Grey is an X-Men. That's why
Oh,
she's one of the founding members of the X-Men,
got it. Okay.
which is a Marvel thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Had no idea.
I like that we showed Jean Grey being so bad in this because it kind of sets up for the X-Men world, and it shows like why the work that Charles Xavier was doing is so important.
I agree. Totally. That's such
So-
a good point.
Milchek gives off Professor X vibes in the beginning. Milchek goes into dialogue about how like here at the Center for Damage Control, we can take villains and turn them and redirect that energy so that it's used for positivity. Look at these ninjas. These were, these are this gang of ninjas, and now they're like the best security control ever. But later on with Jean Grey, I was like, man, that was kind of good. I really appreciated that nod, but he ends up being the bad guy, right? He's doing his own bidding under the guise of a Professor X. Because in the X-Men shows, there's these two trains of thoughts, and one of them is Professor X's, which is, we can reform, or I guess like refine people with superhuman powers. And then the contrast to that is his buddy Magneto. That's always like, no, let's let it ride, baby. We're doing whatever we can because this is God's gift to us. We were not meant to be suppressed.
We're not working together. I just screw the humans. Like, we're mutants and we're the evolutionary high step here. And
that theme goes all the way back to like Hugh Grant's first X-Men.
Hugh Jackman.
And
You're not
wow,
Hugh Grant.
What did I say?
Hugh Grant.
When he's in that rom-com, when he's Wolverine.
Weak sauce Wolverine.
In case anyone hasn't picked up on anything, I'm horrible with names. It's a miracle I get Shane right. I loved X-Men growing up, and so
Me too.
For me it was really fun to see like a bad guy using Professor X's mantra to get his way.
Creighton brings up an amazing point too, because like we need to see like if because they barely mention mutation and evolution in this movie, like barely. They say those words once and twice, and those are massive terms in X-Men. So they're laying the groundwork a little bit for kind of all of the future stuff. And the D23 Expo happens, not to date us, but the D23 Expo happens in like 2 weeks. And I would put money on the fact that they're going to announce the cast for the new X-Men film.
Wait, what's D23?
D23 is the Disney Expo that or every year where they announce all of their new big movies and stuff that they have coming up. But they announced Samara Weaving is playing Emma Frost, so they've already started announcing a little bit of the casting.
I guess if Marvel bought the X-Men, because that wasn't like X-Men 1, 2, 3, are they keeping those as canon?
They are canon, I believe. Like in
Okay.
one way or another, they are, because like the Deadpool
Wait, like the
movie.
camera company?
Nah. Like the universe.
Explain
So,
explain canon.
like I guess it would be like the official story.
Canon means like if somebody out there wrote a book right now about Luke Skywalker, and it was like about how he went and he married an Ewok on Endor and they had a wonderful life together.
Nice.
That would be like not
Harry
canon,
baby.
right? Because somebody wrote that, and that is not what happened in the movies or in the canon of the universe. So that's what
Okay,
canon.
it's canon, like to be canonic.
Yeah.
Canon.
Understood.
Canonical.
Okay.
Jean Grey's a wild card. How Jean Grey is in this movie of like, she can like control the population of Roosevelt Island plus a mile. Like that's the type of power that Jean Grey has throughout all these movies.
She's very, very powerful in the comics. She's an Omega level X-Men, I think. Like she's one of the ones that can burn it all down.
Like she actually in the cartoon, she's the one that competes with these intergalactic X-Men. Like there's these like cartoons where like these space alien
X-Men is
mutants
insane.
or like X-Men come around, and Jean Grey's the only one that can stand toe to toe with any of them.
Dude, X-Men is a soap opera.
It is. Yeah.
I thought that the way that they portrayed her ability to jump from person to person was really well done.
I agree.
So cool. So cool.
Agreed.
You guys remember, Chris? I can't remember. Did you not make us, but did we watch the movie Fallen?
We haven't watched Fallen together, but that's what happens in that film too, right?
That's what I thought of.
So good.
Jean Grey in this movie is played by Sadie Sink, who was the girl Max in Stranger Things, and it was a secret what role she was going to be playing. Like people knew that like she had some part.
She was in the movie.
But nobody knew like that Jean Grey was going to be in this film. And
Yeah,
so, like, when
they made her wear a wig behind the scenes. Yeah, so that no one would know she had red hair.
I like it when movies
That's
do
cool.
that. I like it when they, like I know like Rob appreciates things being kept a secret. I think when like movies, it's cool when movies can keep one of like their big plot points a secret for the viewers and doesn't
Yeah.
like ruin everything in all the trailers.
Agreed.
I agree.
Yeah.
What about the Hulk? How do you guys feel about the Hulk?
We haven't talked about that yet.
I think it was cool that we got to see the Hulk and we got to see Spider-Man fight the Hulk. People online were stoked about it. The Hulk's never done it for me. He's always been my least favorite one of the whatever team he's a part of, and you have all this. They build it up like, oh, he's so big and bad, and he finally like flips a switch, and him and Spider-Man fight and destroy a part of the hospital or whatever. But then at the very end of the fight, then like Spider-Man like pleads for the Hulk to like, I don't know, be a better person, or like, please don't do this. And the Hulk is able to like dig deep inside him and not kill Spider-Man. It seemed like he could have done that before in any of these other situations. I don't know. They felt weird. The end of their fight felt weird and forced to me. But I like watching the university get destroyed. That was cool.
Spider-Man is half owned by Sony and Marvel. There's also a requirement that he can't appear alone in his own film. And same thing with the Hulk.
Oh,
There is a contractual obligation that they cannot appear alone in their own film. I wish this could have been, if we're doing this, if you want to bring in the Hulk, then there needs to be a lot more style to it. Imagine like the horror movie of like the Hulk inside of this high rise and Spider-Man has to swing through like a collapsing high rise to fight the Hulk would be so cool. But instead it's filmed very basic. And I mean, they move so fast. Like it doesn't go on very long at all.
I have a couple thoughts on the Hulk. I do think there's a lot of missed opportunity there to have it's like a David versus Goliath scenario. In the old Marvel, there was a character called Black Widow, this is Ryu Chesney, and they played with this idea that Black Widow could like regulate the Hulk by like touch. And like so when he was like out of control, this character Black Widow could like hold his hand and he would like mellow out and like be more of a
okay.
Bruce Banner kind of a person. I thought that Zendaya was going to be that for Spider-Man because Spider-Man's going through the transition, right? They show and he has to wear that inhibitor. And so I think they were trying to compare Spider-Man to what Hulk was going through in that they were relatable characters of losing control versus keeping control and where all that fits in terms of like ethics and should we inhibit it? What if everything needs to be expressed?
I think the Hulk thing was cool, but it didn't have much style to it. They're also going for this weird mix of like CGI and realism, instead of making it more stylized. And like Spider-Man 2, there's like a short horror film in that movie. Like there's a 5-minute sequence where like a bunch of people in an operating room are getting slaughtered by these like mechanical arms that are going, these real mechanical arms that are going all over the room and picking people up. And like there's these fast zooms on people's eyes and them screaming and stuff. Like there's so much style that used to be in stuff like this. And I feel like it feels flat kind of, and that's felt the most that way in all the Hulk stuff.
The Hulk at the end, I don't know if you guys know this, but he lets go. So to me, that was, there's like still some Bruce Banner without an inhibitor. There's still this ability of a human to control the demon.
At the end with him, did he get shipped off somewhere or what happened?
He kills himself, right? Didn't the Hulk seemingly
That's what I mean, yeah.
let go to like kill himself?
Yeah, he let go to, he's essentially, like that's the human part.
There's a news story at the end though. And they're like, Bruce Banner is broken human being. His mind is cracked in half and we're shipping him off. It's like, that's what I remember.
Who cares? All right, Punisher. I actually never seen any Punisher stuff. So for me, like this is my introduction to Punisher. I know they have a movie, right, and a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Are those any good? Were they important?
They are good. I like them. I like them a lot. That they did a short recently. It was like a kind of 40-minute long short about the Punisher on Disney Plus. Like it's awesome, and it's the most violent thing I've ever seen with the word Disney at the front of it, for sure. It's amazing. Like, and he's really good at playing that role of like, because the Punisher is like a broken completely broken individual. He's supposed to be like, that's why there's a very quick shot when he's in his boat of him, of all the pictures and stuff, like in his cabinet of his family. Like, that's a big deal because he is such like he keeps everything so close and he never like does anything. So that little cabinet shows such significant growth for Frank in terms of like where he's at. Like, that's one of the cooler things about the longevity of this Marvel stuff is where we see Frank at, the Punisher in this movie. I like it.
Cool. He kind of reminded me of who's the Arrow guy, Legolas of Marvel. He's like his Arrow. He's introduced in Thor, but when he goes on his renegade with a snap of a finger, I think his family's gone, and he goes to like Japan and just like hunts Hawkeye. Yeah. Hakutua.
My favorite superhero, Hawk.
Yeah, I liked how heavy his footsteps were. You can like feel him coming, like walking into the scene. And he had one of my favorite lines. He's like, "I'm tired of this soft serve bullshit."
That's
Yeah.
when he told him not to kill her. He's like, "Hey, just don't shoot her in the head." And he goes, "I'm tired of this soft serve bullshit." And he just like
Yeah.
he hangs up.
I
So
love
good.
it. There's a lot of like New Yorkisms that I love. So we lived in New York for like 5 years, and it was fun to like hear his accent. I mean, works for me. I wouldn't say like far from a true New Yorker, but there's a lot of this movie that reminded us when we lived there. And when there's even a part when they were talking about Spider-Man and how his senses were heightened. I was thinking like that would be such a curse in New York, because even without those senses, like that was when I ran a lot more. So at every intersection, I'd hear 3 taxis honking, and I'd be able to smell like Chinese food, like at one house, and then I'd smell dumpster like the next house over, or the next alley over. Like the smells, the sounds, and the sights are just so crazy to me. And like
Sensory overload.
there's one, yeah, it's unreal.
Sounds like my
Like-
nightmare.
There's a scene where I think Spider-Man ends up in the basement laundry. Does it ring a bell? Like there's an Asian guy
Of an
like,
apartment
folding
building?
laundry or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, an apartment building.
And he puts on that
And,
girl's clothes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But did you notice how like the dude never even flinched? He was like, "Dude, that's New York to the T. Like that happened. That's like stuff in New York happens
Just
all the time.
totally
You don't even-
unbothered.
Yeah.
So random. Yeah. And I have so many fun stories about that. But I loved that. I loved Shane, Punisher in that.
I did too.
It-
He's really
he was
funny.
good. Is Shane does he play the same character in like that movie or that short that you were mentioning, Chris?
The Punisher? Yeah. Yeah. And
Oh,
I
cool.
think there's three seasons of the Punisher. So I mean, those first 2 are really good.
Okay. I might go back. and watch those.
It's much more light in this movie, and that's why I like him in this. It's great.
Florence Pugh is hot.
I'm sorry, who's hot?
Florence Pugh.
Black Widow. She plays the girl in
Oh.
the hot tub.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a genius place to have your office if you want people to not come in with a gun or a bug or whatever else. So
I was stoked every time. Yeah.
Maddie, when we had to watch it separate, right? So one of us could stay home with the kids. But when she got home, she's like, "You would totally have your office inside a hot tub."
Yeah.
she's one of the better characters in this whole MCU too. Now, by the way, I think that's probably why they brought her in. She's really good. That character of Black Widow and Yelena is hilarious, and she has a lot of catharsis in her whole journey so far. Like she's in Thunderbolts, which came out recently.
Was that good?
It was okay. I liked it.
Okay.
It was okay. She's the best part
Yeah.
of it for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Final thoughts. This
Yeah.
movie brought me back, so I'm a little more interested in Marvel. I'd say this brought me back on to at least give it another shot for some other things. But man, Marvel's on thin ice. I've just been disappointed for so many years. So to come back and watch something that was definitely enjoyable, and I think it was enjoyable. I had issues with it, but I think it was for me it was a 3.14 does it, and yeah.
I think what was mine? Mine was 3. Well, I'll stick with 3 stars. I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I'm sticking with sticking with 3. Marvel, I've been off the Marvel train for a long while. I figured that if it's an important movie, I'll hear about it or get drugged to go see it. But that was before I was a co-host of a movie and TV show review podcast. So now I just kind of assume I'm going to see all of these movies coming out. So that's kind of our future, and that's okay. It's going to be great.
Not if they
Yeah.
suck, dude. We're not. If they suck, we're not doing this.
How do we know? This was opening weekend.
Yeah.
Man, I think that if you can allow yourself to actively practice suspension of disbelief and just enjoy the movie for the movie and not overthink the shit. I don't know, man. I thought it was really good. I thought the acting was really good, especially from Zendaya and Tom Holland. The way that they built tension in the movie and released it and built it and released it with either comedy or action or violence or whatever, right? I thought that it was really, really well done. So I'm sticking with 4.5 squirts.
I love it. Thank you all for joining us on today's episode. It was fun to chat about Spider-Man, to catch up, and if this was interesting at all, or even if it wasn't, show us some love. We'd appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.